There it is. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I talked about using the backstep Kneebar entry against like sit up or like supine guard before, and just kind of how easy it is to do. I just never had a good example. Like I never had the camera rolling for me when I do it in training, or I could never find like a good example of it online or in YouTube, whatever. And I finally did, so I thought I'd throw it on here. And it turns out this example is a legend, Jeff Glover, versus an extremely good guard player, Ben Eddy. As it happens, back step, a little bit of back pressure, and then it clears in, and you get the knee bar. So let's look at it in slow motion. You can see the initial step is to the inside. Jeff Glover kind of goes full like airborne, kind of aerial submission style with it. So it's an initial step to the inside. You reach down to try to begin collecting the leg, and then you're back stepping with this back leg to clear around the back side of the leg, right? So you can see it there. This leg's now inside, this leg's back stepped and is getting back behind that leg. Ben Eddy has a good reaction to it. Where he keeps his knee line inside the Jeff Glover's back step, right? He keeps his knee line inside. But all that weight is back now down on that knee and has compressed that leg to where you can kind of, and I've done this myself a bunch of times, once you have the grip on the leg and you're settled back on top of them, you just kind of momentarily release and pop your hips backwards a little bit more while you pull the leg to extension. And that kind of, that quick little pop freeze, lets you clear the knee. It's an easy little shift move to do, and it's really hard for them to stop. So you'll see him do that here. Once he gets some base, he can push off the ground. He lifts his hips up high, jumps back and clears the knee line while he collects the rest of the leg. Now you'll see him take his head to the inside of the foot and this solid grip, which is like the best grip for the knee bar. You got your good bite on the legs. Even with the leg inside, that leg inside actually just makes the knee bar tighter, right? You see this looks like a defensive foot inside the garami. Like that just makes the knee bar tighter. But this, turning the knee in that direction, really prevents the rotation that makes it escapable, especially once the leg's extended. And he gets it out, and it's already tight, it's already on. I'm pretty sure Ben Eddy's probably already going to tap, but he stays to the extension, and as he extends, he just focuses on not letting the knee rotate, or not letting the foot rotate. But something else too cool I want to point out that I haven't really considered myself or tried myself is the way Jeff Glover uses his offhand to block out the other leg. I don't know whether it was originally on purpose. He might have just been using the sticking out a post to base. But once he gets it here and he feels his frame, he uses it really well to exclude the defense of that other leg from like interrupting the move. So you'll see he kind of keeps that frame and uses it, drives with his forearm to keep that leg out. Boom. Yeah, like this defensive leg is not a concern at all. You want it in there in that regards. Like that's good. It just tightens up the knee bar. As a matter of fact, if that leg had come even further through, you can take your offhand and move it down that way and then throw this leg over it to super lock up even tighter the knee bar. But anyway, I thought that was a great example of the standing backstep knee bar versus a guard. Yeah, try it. It's surprising how effective it is. Slender Man out.